Alright, so a geometry application to our adding, subtracting, and multiplying. Why might anyone ever need to do these things? Well, perimeter and area will make us do those things. So here we go. Perimeter, remember, means add all the sides. The common mistake people make is by looking just at the numbers that are written and forgetting that there's an x plus 4 over here and there's a 2x minus 7 up here because that's a rectangle. So when we're adding all the sides for perimeter, we want to make sure we add the 2x minus 7 plus a 2x minus 7 plus an x plus 4 and plus another x plus 4. Add all 4 sides for the perimeter of that shape. And so the perimeter as a polynomial would be what you get when you add up 2x plus x plus x. Add all of our like terms, we'll get 6x. And then negative 7 plus 4 plus 4, which will be negative 6. So the perimeter as a polynomial in standard form is 6x minus 6. Okay, area. Area relies on a formula. So area equals base times height. Alright, so that would be 2x minus 7 times x plus 4. And we just have to multiply. You can think of that as distributing the 2x and then distributing the negative 7, sorry. Or you may remember the FOIL device and think of foiling. So 2x times x would be 2x squared. 2x times 4 would be 8x. And then negative 7x, negative 28. So if we put our like terms together, the area in standard form is 2x squared plus x minus 28. Okay, let's move on to another. Okay, if it's a triangle and you need to add up all the sides, notice on this triangle you have to pay attention to congruency marks. Because of the tick marks, all the sides must be x minus 7. So we'd have to do x minus 7 plus another x minus 7 plus another x minus 7, lining up our like terms. So we end up with 3 x's minus 21. There's our perimeter in standard form. Now area is a little trickier on a triangle because area equals 1/2 times base times height. And so really you have 3 things you have to multiply together. The 1/2, the base, which is the x minus 7, and the height, which is the 2x plus 3. I encourage you to leave the 1/2 for the very end and do the multiplying first of the x minus 7 and the 2x plus 3. That way you don't have to deal with any fractions that might show up till the very end. So x times 2x would be 2x squared. X times 3 would be 3x. And then negative 7 times 2x would be negative 14x. And negative 21 over here on the side. If I can get it to right, there we go. So 2x squared minus 11x minus 21. And then trap that back in the parentheses. Bring down the third part you haven't multiplied by yet. And now we have to distribute. You can distribute the fraction as a 1/2. Use your fraction key if necessary. Or you can distribute the fraction as a 0.5 and get decimals. Either way is fine. So 1/2 times 2 is a 1. So 1's x squared. You either have 11 halves or you have 5.5x. And minus, you either have 21 halves or you have 10.5. Either one will be fine. Okay. Now one final example. notice this is the same rectangle as we dealt with in the first slide, but now it's missing a center rectangle, and we're asked to find the shaded area. So the entire rectangle is not filled in anymore, so we have to remove the part that's not filled in. So when you have a situation like this, I think of it as finding the big area and then subtracting the little area. Okay. The big area, that's the big outside area. It's 2x minus 7 times x plus 4, base times height. The little area, that's that white rectangle here. That's x minus 2 times x plus 1. Okay, since this is the rectangle we've used before already, we already have multiplied 2x minus 7 and and x plus 4, and we got 2x squared plus x minus 28. Okay, and we have to come over here and multiply this one because we haven't done this before. So x squared plus 1x minus 2x minus 2. So x squared minus x minus 2. Alright, so I'm going to put these back in parentheses. This is the hard part that people get wrong. We're going to do 2x squared plus x minus 28 minus the entire area. So we're minusing the x squared, the negative x, and the negative 2. So remember, when you're subtracting, you distribute your negative. So x squared becomes negative, negative x becomes positive, negative 2 becomes positive, and then you're going to add like terms. So I have to do my 2x squared plus x minus 28. And then if I put these underneath it, I have a negative x squared, a positive x, and a positive 2 as my subtraction problem. So 2x squared minus x squared leaves x squared. X plus x gives us 2x, and negative 28 plus 2 is negative 26. And that is our shaded area as a polynomial in standard form. Okay, if you have questions, please ask in class.